Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the best looking YouTuber of them all? Well, it's not you, you ugly cunt. What's going on, you lot? Welcome to LWT Trading. My name is Roscoe and I am a Disney princess. I really need to work on these intros. So Disney, Walt Disney in fact, is that company worth buying and adding to your portfolio. Disney, I'm pretty sure if you're watching this and you're from my era, even older or younger, you know this company and we have very fond memories from our childhood, and that gives a nice feeling and makes you want to buy into the company. But just wait there. Maybe Disney is actually the Wicked Witch of the West, hiding in the shadows and looking to cost you a hell of a lot of money. Or maybe it's Prince Charming and it's going to kiss you on the lips while you're sleeping. That's a bit creepy, no? Disney has a market cap of $230 billion US. Massive, massive company with huge upside potential, but also huge downside potential. Currently, Disney is riding around $130. Its pre-COVID highs was $150 and COVID lows was $80. So it's right bang in the middle of that range. In February 2020, they announced they have a new captain of the ship, a new chairman and CEO whose name is Bob. I mean, really, would you invest into a company if their top dog is a guy called Bob? Sounds a bit strange. Sounds like a guy I should be going to the pub with rather than investing with. But anyway, since Bob took over, he's obviously had a hell of a lot to deal with. There's been movie cancellations, there's been the theme parks closing, the cruise lines closing, COVID chaos everywhere. And obviously Disney has been massively affected by that, but also bounced quite a lot too. I'm pretty sure you're all well aware of Star Wars, and if you aren't, just unsubscribe and go and watch something else, because if you do not like Star Wars, then we can't be friends, and I'm gonna have to terminate this relationship right now. But Star Wars in itself is a multi-billion-dollar franchise, figurines, TV shows, etc. Disney owns that. They also own Marvel, and there's just movies coming out every day with Marvel. I mean, they really should do an LWT Marvel super character, and it probably will be in the pipeline one day with the amount of shit they're throwing out there. But with the streaming service, the merchandise, the TV shows and the movies, that is big revenue, and that is one of Disney's sort of next steps. They've gone from just the theme park and the little cartoons they used to do all the way into streaming more Hollywood blockbuster movies, and it's been working for them up until filming stopped and obviously cinemas closed, because that's going to hit everyone hard. Luckily, Disney already announced its streaming service, which had big numbers. Let's get onto that. Now, clearly their streaming service, they want to compete with Netflix, and it is damn cheap, and fair play to them. I thought it was going to be quite expensive, but it's really cheap. And their 2024 target was to have 60 million subscribers onto the Disney streaming service, and they got that pretty much instantly. They currently have 60 million subscribers on their streaming service, which is absolutely bonkers. But think about it. You're at home with your kids, they're annoying the hell out of you, whack on Disney streaming service. You know there's going to be no like nudity or sex scenes, just men kissing girls while they sleep. Again, it's really creepy. It's bothering me. It's really bothering me. But that news in itself only contradicts when it comes to theme park closures, movie closures, and everything else that's happened with COVID. They're just burning money with these empty land sites and nothing really operating. So it's really imperative that Disney get that ball rolling, or COVID disappears and they can open their theme parks, because they have a lot of revenue when it comes to cruise lines, holidays, etc. Now, coming down to the value on Simply Wall Street, they actually say that Disney stock is overvalued, and it's very rare I see this, and if I do, it's usually an instant no-no. Disney is overvalued about 30%, which I can sort of see that because the bounce has been too far too quick and their earnings have massively dropped with COVID, yet the company has gone up, and that is partly due to the streaming service and a bit of FOMO and everyone wanting the tech. That's what I feel personally. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And while you're there in the comments, click the description and check out my Patreon link and support this channel by buying me a beer. If you do that, I'll even mention you on screen as I drink it in an upcoming video. Cheers. Because they were unprofitable last quarter, their PE and PEG ratio is actually negative, and coming onto that, it's even more worrying because typically with a PE, the higher it is, the worse the company is, because you're buying it at a higher PE ratio, price to earnings. Again, if you want a PE video, let me know in the comments and I'll try to do that for you. But on a PE ratio, you typically want it as close to 1 as possible. That doesn't mean a 10 is a bad buy, but Tesla is around about 1,000, which should tell you everything. Disney before COVID was at 35. Still very high PE ratio. Now it's had a bad earnings, so it's gone up and then crash, negative earnings. Negative PE, negative PEG, it's a bit worrying. The company has then got to borrow money to survive. Well, I know it's got cash reserves, but I'm just saying in typical terms, and then that's obviously going to affect future earnings. So just be aware of that. Their assets do outweigh their liabilities. You got 41 billion and 30 billion on short-term assets and liabilities, and in long-term you have 166 and 77. So you're pretty safe as far as Disney goes on the assets and cash front. So I don't see there's a risk of them going bankrupt. So I really think that's a really, really low risk if that's the only thing you're looking at. They slashed their dividend, and their dividend is still less than 1%. So for me, that's not really worth mentioning, but it is nice they're trying to honor it. There's no insider buying or selling during the whole of COVID, which is a bit worrying to me considering that their stock went from 150 all the way down to 80. That's like, you know, a big damn drop, and no one decided to pick some shares from the insiders, which is really worrying. And they've got a very good debt to equity. So again, there's no real risk there of bankruptcy. So do I want to add Disney to my portfolio? Well, long term, I think Disney is a good hold. And it's a good addition to your portfolio, especially when dividends pick up. I don't think there's any risk of them going bankrupt, to be honest. And when the world does reopen, I expect the volume to pick up in this ticker. But for me, a value investor, I'd really need this ticker to come down to like $100, maybe even 80 or 90 again for me to even have a look at it. I just feel I've missed the boat on it, and I don't want to chase it, because if we just go to previous COVID lows, it's a $20 gain, but reality is I'm potentially risking 50 at the COVID lows if we go in full lockdown again. So just that in my head, I can't really get around. So that's why I don't really want to buy Disney at this price. If you're in Disney, should you sell it? Well, that depends on your entry. I mean, I don't want to tell people to buy and sell, but right at this level, if you're in lower, I wouldn't be selling anytime soon. And if you're higher, then that's up to you. If you need the cash, you found a better option. Reality is Disney, if you hold it for 10 years, I think you'll definitely make money on it. That's what investing is. You're not looking at a day trade, you're looking at buying stuff and holding for a long time. So short term, I do think Disney is a overpriced stock right now. If it gets lower, I'll probably have a little nibble on it, unless there's a better opportunity. You've got to remember, every ticker we talk about in these STI videos, it doesn't mean I have to buy that ticker. There is literally thousands of tickers on earth that we can look at and find value. So Disney's just a household name. I think it makes a good video. A lot of people are asking about it in chat, and I just thought that let's do a Disney video, because, you know, who doesn't want to be kissed on the lips while you're asleep? I need to let that go. I really need to let it go, but I can't. It's creepy. Again, if you want to check out Patreon, links in the description. Chat room links are in the description as well. Please, if you are watching this, drop me a comment below with your favorite Disney movie. No cheating. If it's Sleeping Beauty, we can still be friends. I was joking. But drop your favorite Disney movie of all time in the comments below. Please do like that button. It helps me out a lot. It really does. So please do smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.